The Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association and the Florida Department of Agriculture present Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson. Also presented by Double Diamond Farm, Gulfstream Park, Journeyman Stud, Ocala Breeders Sales Company, Pearson Nissan, Tampa Bay Downs, and Woodford Thoroughbreds. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Thoroughbred Week. Carl Nathy filling in for John Henderson on this week's edition, featuring stakes action from opening week at Santa Anita, including a talented 3-year-old colt who captures the Grade 1 Malibu Stakes off a 9-month layoff. We begin with sprinting fillies and mares at Laurel Park in the Willa on the Move Stakes. Lady Sibylla at 3-1, a slight favorite over She's Ordained. Dave Rodman picks up the call.
Lady Sibylla putting that heat and pressure on 5-Star Mama at the top of the stretch, clear from She's Ordained third and Popalicious. Wide of the stretch in fourth, and Hymn Note is in fifth. Lady Sibylla strikes the lead at a 45 and 2.5 mile, but 5-Star Mama is battling on in between horses, and she's coming right back, and She's Ordained out of the inside. They have now left Lady Sibylla behind. She's Ordained, 5-Star Mama. She's Ordained, and Angel Canonis up the rail. 5-Star Mama is giving her all, but it's She's Ordained in the Willa on the Move Stakes to win at a half length.
She's Ordained turns the tables on 5-Star Mama officially by 3/4. Angel Quinones, the winning jockey in 110 and 2, a 102 Briz speed rating. The first stakes victory for She's Ordained, who was coming off a runner-up finish to 5-Star Mama in the Lady in Waiting Stakes at Penn National. The 4-year-old filly by Minister's Wildcat was bred in California by Tommy Town Thoroughbreds. Trained by Timothy Kreiser, She's Ordained has earned $330,000 for Ronald Ulrich. To Gulfstream Park for the Grade 3 Mr. Prospector Stakes, Star Harbor, the 6-5 favorite. Larry Colmus picks up the call.
They're coming toward the top of the stretch. Star Harbor and Sing Another Song, and they're 4 lengths ahead of the rest. They went a half mile in 44 and 3. They're into the stretch. Star Harbor, Sing Another Song on the outside. 4 to Fort Loudon. And then it's Trinity Heart along the rail and Travelin' Man to the outside. And now Sing Another Song has taken the lead. Sing Another Song moving away from Star Harbor, Fort Loudon closing late. Sing Another Song and Juan Leyva in the Mr. Prospector.
Sing Another Song draws off to defeat Fort Loudon by a length and 3/4. Juan Leyva up in 109 and 4. A runner-up in the Grade 3 Swale Stakes over the track in March. The Ron Pellegrini trainee was coming off a sharp victory over older horses in a Gulfstream optional claimer. The 3-year-old colt by Song and a Prayer was bred in Kentucky by his owner, Herman Vandenbreck. Sing Another Song has earned nearly $199,000. Time for the Built Ford Tough Race of the Week, presented by Paul Miller Ford. Built Ford Tough for over 60 years. To Santa Anita for turf sprinters in the Grade 3 Daytona Stakes. Unbridled's Note, the 3-2 favorite, Trevor Denman has the call.
They come to the top of the lane, and Truest Legend still clear. Truest Legend by 2 to El Commodore, chips all in. Gallant Sun is on the outside. Unbridled, no Dave, no other. Handsome Mike is last. Homeward bound now, and Truest Legend stops quickly. Something wrong. Truest Legend being pulled up. El Commodore strikes the front. On the outside, Gallant Sun's running a huge one between them. Unbridled's Note. Unbridled's Note, El Commodore. Unbridled's Note wearing him down. Unbridled's Note to get up. And Unbridled's Note under a polished ride from Corey Nakatani takes the Daytona to El Commodore.
The favorite, Unbridled's Note, rallies to defeat El Commodore by half a length. Corey Nakatani aboard in 111 and 4. A 3-time stakes winner over the Hillside Turf Course, the Steve Asmussen trainee was last seen finishing in a 3-way dead heat for place in the Hollywood Turf Express. The 4-year-old colt by Unbridled Song was bred in Kentucky by Gulf Coast Farms and Unbridled Song Syndicate. A $140,000 OBS March 2-year-old, Unbridled's Note has earned $636,000 for Mike McCarty. The half-brother to multiple Grade 1 stakes winner Spoken Fur was consigned by TaylorMade Sales Agency to the 2010 Keeneland January sale, where he was purchased by Gulf Coast Farms for $150,000. Multiple graded stakes winner Unbridled's Note, the Keeneland Sales Graduate of the Week. Watch Thoroughbred Week replays online at tbredweek.com.
Dynaformer left his mark on thoroughbred racing. Dynaformer left as America's leading active sire of stakes winners. Group or graded stakes winners. Grade 1 stakes winners. And millionaires. Luckily for you, he also left us brilliant speed. Only at Three Chimneys.
Old Colony provides the best coverage with the best service at the best rates, insuring many of the finest farms and horses in the country at discounted rates for over 50 years. Let Old Colony provide insurance quotations from one of its nearly 20 different markets that will compete for your business. Old Colony Insurance, serving the horse industry with strength and stability at great rates for over 50 years. For more information, visit us online at oldcolonyinsurance.com.
Mucho Macho Man has pulled out now. Will take charge. Mucho Macho Man just keeps on finding on the lead. Will take charge. A late run. Mucho Macho Man. The more they asked, the more he gave.
Classic Bloodlines. Like his brother Awesome Again, Macho Uno is now sire of a Breeders' Cup Classic winner, Mucho Macho Man. Champion Macho Uno, standing at Adena Springs. Ocala Breeder Sales Company, where champions and Grade 1 stakes winners are sold, presents the next event on our sales calendar. The OBS Winter Mix Sale, January 22nd through 24th. OBS, we measure success by performance.
Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish. Florida produced Breeders' Cup Classic winner Mucho Macho Man. Florida is one of the premier breeding regions and training centers in the world. We are a leading prep center for Derby winners and contenders. We boast of premier veterinary research centers and 3 major racetracks. Florida has the largest 2-year-old in training sale in the world, selling horses 6 times annually. Florida is proudly represented by the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association. Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish.
Share what you love about Florida.
Ocala Breeder Sales Company, where champions and Grade 1 stakes winners are sold, presents the next event on our sales calendar. The OBS Winter Mix Sale, January 22nd through 24th. OBS, we measure success by performance.
Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with a photo finish in the Grade 3 Robert J. Frankel Stakes coming up in this segment. We begin at Calder with the off-the-turf W.L. McKnight Handicap. Last year's winner, Twilight Eclipse, the 1-2 favorite. Bobby Newman has the call.
53-3 for the half, 119-4 for 6 furlongs. It could not be much easier thus far for Twilight Eclipse, who's going to get some pressure now from Danhauser and Luca Panici from the outside. So it is Twilight Eclipse showing the way for Jose Lezcano up the backstretch, and they're less than about a half a mile from the money and leading by about a neck. Danhauser flanking the favorite as they make their way to the far turn. Flatter This is out in the clear third. Duke is down along the fence. Twin is now pushed along 5th, and he's got to do a little bit better. He's got about 5 lengths to make up. Sun Tracer still 7 lengths off the lead with less than 3 furlongs to run, and Ocean 7 in behind that. Twilight Eclipse has not been asked yet. His lead is down to about a neck right now. Danhauser between runners, and Flatter This is going to come up to the outside of the leaders as they make the swing for home, and now Lezcano asks the question of Twilight Eclipse, and he is responding. Twilight Eclipse, just like that, has opened up a 3.5, maybe 4 length lead. Danhauser second best, but left in the wake of defending champ, and champ again, Twilight Eclipse. He wired him in the McKnight.
Odds-on favorite Twilight Eclipse defends his title in the McKnight by 7 lengths over long shot Danhauser. A 1-2 finish by Keeneland Sales graduates. Jose Lezcano aboard in 2:35-3. Twilight Eclipse set a world record for 1.5 miles on turf when he won the Grade 2 Pan American Handicap in March. And the Tom Albertrani trainee was runner-up in a pair of Grade 1 turf stakes during the summer. This marked his first win on dirt. The 4-year-old gelding by Purim was bred in Kentucky by Epona Thoroughbreds and was a $1,000 Keeneland January yearling. West Point Thoroughbreds acquired the winner privately after he won his first 2 starts at Indiana Downs. Twilight Eclipse has earned nearly $593,000. Jose Lescano with the Safe Ride of the Week, presented by Sally Horse Vans, the safest way to the winner's circle. To Gulfstream Park for the El Prado Stakes. Salto, the 8-5 favorite. Larry Colmus picks up the call.
Mr. Online and Kendrick Carmouche by a length and a half as they enter the far turn. And then it's Grand Tito, Empire Builder, Salto to the outside. Now starting to pick it up is Utley outside of horses. Alley Oop Oop is right there. Hobbs down on the inside comes under a ride. And then it's Philly Ace. And they're all chasing Mr. Online as they come to the top of the stretch. Mr. Online's been there all the way. Salto is 2.5 lengths behind. And with 1 furlong to go, Salto starts to close the gap on Mr. Online, who's reaching for the wire. Mr. Online, Salto coming. Mr. Online still there. Salto running out of time. Mr. Online holds on.
Mr. Online by Adena Springs, Ontario stallion Silent Name hangs on to defeat Salto by a head. Kendrick Carmouche up in 1:39.3. Mr. Online returns to Gulfstream Park, where he was claimed by his current connections for $30,000 in March. Runner-up in the Grade 1 Nearctic Stakes in October, the Michael Pino trainee won an optional claimer turf sprint at Laurel Park in his latest. The 4-year-old gelding was bred in Ontario by Osprey Stables. Mr. Online has earned $367,000. Tim O'Donoghue owns the winner. American Produce Records is now available online. Visit brisnet.com/APR for unlimited access to the pedigrees of more than 3 million thoroughbreds for just $275 a year, now including sire stats. To Santa Anita for turf fillies and mares in the Grade 3 Robert J. Frankel Stakes. Tom Proctor sent out 2 starters, including 2-1 favorite Gulcery. Trevor Denman picks up the call.
They run to the half-mile pole and still appealing out here, showing the way, appealing in front by just over a length. In the second spot is Nichols Wild. Down at the rail, the Grey Moon's My Name, been followed then by Stormy Lucy. Champagne and Caviar, 5 off the leaders. Customer Base in the white cap on the far side, and now Gulcery's chased after them, 7 off these leaders. Then comes Becky Lou and Playful Humour. They're at the top of the lane, and Appealing still shows the way. Appealing goes on for home. Appealing leads it by a length. Nichols Wild chasing from second. Moon's My Name trying to get out for a run. On the outside, Stormy Lucy, and now here's Customer Base. Customer Base on the outside coming flying. Customer Base, Stormy Lucy. Stormy Lucy battles back. Customer Base, Stormy Lucy in a thriller. Look like Customer Base, but it's only a nose.
Customer Base takes the photo by a nose over Stormy Lucy with the winner's stablemate. Favored Gulcery third. Mike Smith up in 1:46.2. A stakes winner at Betfair Hollywood Park in July. The Tom Proctor trainee was last seen finishing third in the Grade 2 Goldacova Stakes. The 4-year-old filly by Lemon Drop Kid was bred in Kentucky by Edward Seltzer and Beverly Anderson and was a $170,000 yearling. Customer Base has earned $322,000 for Glen Hill Farm. The Spendthrift Farm Breed Secure Stallion of the Week is Tisway, one of the fastest milers of all time, and Tisnow's fastest son at stud. Spendthrift's Breed Secure program. If you don't profit, you don't pay.
Top of the stretch, it's Tisway. Tisway by 4 as they come down to the line. Tisway takes the Met Mile with style. Look at the time, 1:32.4. Rail Trip is there. Giant Oak, Flat Out's coming after him. It is Tisway in front, and Tisway was terrific.
Uncle Mo, undefeated Eclipse Award-winning juvenile and top-class sophomore. Uncle Mo recorded the highest Beyer speed figures of his generation at both 2 and 3. A magnificent individual who completely dominated his rival.
Here is Uncle Mo, and he is indeed the real deal.
Uncle Mo, superb in the juvenile.
Look at the time in the mud, 133 and 4.
Uncle Mo, North America's leading first-crop weanling sire in 2013, standing at Ashford Stud.
Just in at Castleton Lions is Grade 1 winner Justin Phillip. Justin Phillip won or placed in 12 graded stakes, earning nearly $1.3 million.
And Justin Phillip will prove best in the Count Fleet Sprint.
Justin Phillip was a true speed favoring runner, posting 9 Beyers of 100 or better.
And Justin Phillip will do it.
Justin Phillip is a grandson of Sire of Sires Giants Causeway.
But it will be Justin Phillip to win the Vanderbilt.
Just in at Castleton Lions is Justin Phillip.
Wholesome food that's fresh from Florida. You already know how good it is, but did you know that buying locally makes a good thing even better? Food grown here by Florida farmers doesn't need to be shipped as far. That saves fuel and cuts emissions, which helps the environment. Buying Florida-grown products creates jobs and generates revenue, and that helps our economy. Fresh from Florida. Good for the environment, good for the economy, good for you.
Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the Grade 1 La Brea Stakes coming up in this segment. 3-year-old stakes action is presented by BC 2A Paste. Reduce the likelihood of tying up with BC 2A Paste. We begin with turf 3-year-olds at Santa Anita in the Grade 2 Sir Beaufort Stakes. No jet lag. The 7-5 favorite, Trevor Denman, has the call.
Into the turn they go, and horizontally speaking, still the leader. No jet lag, waiting to tackle from second. Tom's Tribute right there third. Now Gervinho is starting to wind up, coming after them on the outside. Then Procurement outside Nashville. They come into the top of the lane. Tom's Tribute on the outside. Outside Nashville, Sage. Gervinho got carried very wide into the turn. Now it's Tom's Tribute taking the front. Tom's Tribute, here's Gervinho battling back on the outside. Sage is in there as well. Procurement with a late run. What a finish. Anyone a 6. Gervinho came back to win it.
Despite being forced wide into the stretch, Gervinho rallies to take the blanket photo by a head over Procurement, who has a nose on both Sage and outside Nashville. The latter demoted to 4th for floating the winner out, turning for home. Rafael Bejarano aboard the Barrett's sales graduate in 133 and 2. A stakes winner at Del Mar, Gervinho records his first graded stakes victory after finishing second in the Grade 2 Del Mar Derby, third in the Grade 2 Twilight Derby, and fourth in the Grade 1 Hollywood Derby. The 3-year-old colt by Unusual Heat was bred in California by Barry Abrams and Madeline Arbach and was a $49,000 Barrett's October yearling. Trained by Carla Gaines, Gervinho has earned $212,000 for Keith Brackpool. To Aqueduct for the Traskwood Stakes. Micromanage at 9-5, a slight favorite over Mail. John Embrial picks up the call.
Half mile, 49 seconds. Mail sets the pace and continues to lead and will lead the field into the far turn. It's Mail by almost 2. Edge of Reality still in second, and West Hills Giant remains third. Positions unchanged midway on the turn. It's Mail in front, 3/4 of a length. Edge of Reality and West Hills Giant second and third. Vegas No Show now under the whip down towards the rail in fourth, followed by Micromanage and Papa Portmore, 3/4 and 1, 13 and 1, and Mail has opened up here. Mail's in front by 6. West Hills Giant, Micromanage out in the middle of the track, but Mail's got a big lead, and Mail is on to victory here. Jose Ortiz gets his 3rd win of the day.
With Jose Ortiz aboard, Mail rolls home by 5.5 lengths over Micromanage. Papa Portmore third for a sweep by Canelan Sales Graduates. Time of the race, 1:44.4. The third win in the last 4 starts for the lightly raced Chad Brown trainee, who is making his stakes debut. The colt by Medaglia d'Oro out of graded stakes winner Tap Dance was bred in Virginia by Edward P. Evans and was a $470,000 Keeneland September yearling. Mail has earned $146,000 for Mr. and Mrs. William K. Warren, Jr. Mail paid $620 to win and is the Malone's favorite of the week, presented by Malone's, Lexington's favorite steakhouse. To Santa Anita for 3-year-old fillies in the Grade 1 La Brea Stakes. Sweet Lulu, the 4-5 favorite. Once again, here's Trevor Denman.
Field for the Grade 1 La Brea sent on their way to a very even start. In the centre, Journey On is fast, but now here comes Sweet Lulu at the rail, and Sweet Lulu goes up to join them. They set a fast early pace. They've been followed by My Happy Face. Along the inside comes Air Kitty. On the far side we have Madam Cactus and Executive Privilege last, but no more than 3.5 covers them all. They make their way to the half-mile pole, and Sweet Lulu is the leader. Journey On keeps the pressure on from second, a length back to My Happy Face in third. Down at the rail comes Air Kitty. Executive Privilege is at the back along with Madame Cactus. Still, only 4 would cover them all though. They run past the 3/8 pole, and Sweet Lulu along the inside travels well. Sweet Lulu the leader, up alongside Journey On's keeping the pressure on. In behind that, My Happy Face, Air Kitty. Now Air Kitty comes to tackle them. Executive Privilege got 5 to make up. They're at the top of the lane, and Sweet Lulu now has to kick on. On the outside, Air Kitty's running a huge one. Air Kitty now tackles Sweet Lulu. Sweet Lulu battles on. Air Kitty, it's a thriller in the La Brea. Nose and nose through the stretch. Air Kitty the advantage. Air Kitty's going to win it. Air Kitty and Gary Stevens have won the Grade 1 La Brea.
With blinkers on, 13-1 Florida-bred Air Kitty runs by Sweet Lulu to defeat the odds-on favorite by 1.25 lengths. Gary Stevens aboard the OBS Sales Graduate in 1:21.2. The first stakes victory for the Peter Miller trainee, who was last seen defeating older male sprinters in an optional claimer at Hollywood Park. A $32,000 OBS April 2-year-old, Air Kitty has earned $370,000 for David Bernstein and Paul Macon. Grade 1 La Brea Stakes winner Air Kitty was bred in Florida by Pedro Gonzalez and Jorge Herrera. Florida breds, race 'em or chase 'em. Coming up, a long shot winner of the Malibu Stakes.
All roads lead to Pearson Nissan in Ocala. Pearson Nissan, the new leader in North Central Florida. See us for a super selection, low prices, and leading customer service. Each month, hundreds of people shop at Pearson Nissan. Why? They get the car they want at the price they want. Come see us. You'll be glad you did. All roads lead to Pearson Nissan of Ocala.
Pearson Nissan, doing business the right way every day.
State Road 200, Ocala.
Wholesome food that's fresh from Florida. You already know how good it is, but did you know that buying locally makes a good thing even better? Food grown here by Florida farmers doesn't need to be shipped as far. That saves fuel and cuts emissions, which helps the environment. Buying Florida-grown products creates jobs and generates revenue, and that helps our economy. Fresh from Florida. Good for the environment, good for the economy, good for you.
Remember when Keeneland was dirt?
Take charge, lady, to win the Ashland by 5.
Remember when winning the Belmont Stakes was a good thing?
AP&D surges to victory in the Belmont Stakes.
Remember when pedigree and race record mattered?
But Take Charge Indy wins the Florida Derby.
Take Charge Indy, a throwback to a classic dirt pedigree. New to WinStar for 2014.
In this game, there's no room for second best.
To be the best, you need the best. Actistatin Equine. Clinically proven joint protection. 3 U.S. patents and 2 clinical trials prove Actistatin Equine is the most powerful joint formula on the planet. Superior absorption helps your athlete lubricate, strengthen, renew. No other product even comes close. Find your best. with Actistat.
Ask your veterinarian or call for a free consultation. 866-587-7333.
Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish. Florida produced Breeders' Cup Classic winner Mucho Macho Man. Florida is one of the premier breeding regions and training centers in the world. We are a leading prep center for Derby winners and contenders. We boast of premier veterinary research centers and 3 major racetracks. Florida has the largest 2-year-old in training sale in the world, selling horses 6 times annually. Florida is proudly represented by the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association. Sunny Florida produces champions from start to finish.
Opportunity, value, from yearlings to broodmares, and horses of racing age. This January, come to the leading source in the year of the horse at the Keeneland January Horses of All Ages sale. Why buy anywhere else?
Time now for the feature race of the week, presented by Keeneland, investing in racing's future since 1936. To Santa Anita for the opening day feature, the Grade 1 Malibu Stakes. Flashback the 9-5 favorite. Here's the call by Trevor Denman.
Field for the Grade 1 Malibu, sent on their way to a good beginning. On the far side, Distinctive Passion very fast. Distinctive Passion gets the lead. Our double play from the outside gate very fast. Then we come back to Zebros in the 3rd spot, being followed by Backen in 4th. On the inside is Air of Storm, 6 off the leaders. On the far side, the grey Holy Loot making some headway. It's another 2 back to Central Banker. They followed by Shaking It Up, who's got to be a good 11 off those leaders. Then back to Flashback, 3rd last of a very strong outfield. Z-Watt is 2nd last, and Syndicated ridden along from last, a good 20 off the lead. They couldn't be going any quicker out here. Distinctive Passion, the leader. Distinctive Passion being tracked though by Zebros. Zebros coming to tackle from 2nd. Air of Storm makes headway down at the rail. Then comes back and Central Banker behind that. And then we come back to Shaking It Up. Flashback still a good 10 off the lead. They come into the top of the lane. Distinctive Passion hanging on. Up alongside comes Zebros down the centre of the track. Now here comes Shaking It Up with a late run as well. And Central Banker Shaking It Up. Central Banker, Z-Watt coming with a late run too. Shaking It Up on the outside. Central Banker Shaking It Up to win in a driving finish. Shaking It Up, and David Flores won the Malibu.
17-1, Shaking It Up gets up to defeat 10-1 Central Banker by half a length. David Flores aboard in 120-2. Winner of the Grade 2 San Vicente Stakes over the track and trip in February. The Bob Baffert trainee had been sidelined since finishing 4th in the Grade 3 Sunland Derby in March. The colt by Champion Midnight Loot, out of a daughter of Champion Silver Bullet Day, was bred in Kentucky by Michael Pegram. Shaking It Up has earned $367,000 for Dennis Cardoza and Pegram. We'll see you next week on Thoroughbred Week. Thoroughbred Week is presented by the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association and the Florida Department of Agriculture.